Under the light of a full moon, Princess Kehlani stood on a mossy cliff, her obsidian blade glowing faintly. Below, the jungle trembled as the black jaguar, an ancient guardian turned destroyer, prowled through the forbidden valley. Its glowing golden eyes pierced the shadows, and its growl shook the earth. To face the cursed beast, Kehlani began to sing the song of the dawn.
In the shadows, moonlight gleaming, voices whisper, warriors dreaming. Through the forest, spirits calling, hear the drums, the night is falling.
Voice, haunting and powerful, echoed through the jungle. The trees shimmered, rivers glowed, and the air crackled with energy as her melody pushed back the darkness. The jaguar emerged, massive and menacing, ready to strike. As the beast lunged, Kehlani leaped from the cliff, her blade gleaming. Her song grew into a fierce battle cry, each note slicing through the jaguar's shadows. The clash of light and dark raged until her final verse shattered the curse. The jaguar stilled, its golden eyes softening as it bowed to Kehlani's strength. At dawn, harmony was restored, and the jaguar became her ally, a protector of the jungle alongside the warrior princess.
Creating short animated films like this has never been easier thanks to advancements in AI tools, but the real challenge lies in combining different tools and techniques to bring it all together. In this tutorial, I'll guide you step by step through the entire process, helping you create stunning results quickly and affordably without breaking the bank. Creating an AI animated short film like this requires a storyline, and that involves writing a script. I prefer to use ChatGPT to write my scripts, but you can use any other AI tool you deem fit or write the stories yourself. I've asked ChatGPT to create a 1-minute story of Princess Kehlani and a black jaguar. The plot is that they start as enemies, but eventually join forces to protect their village. ChatGPT was able to give me the story, which is written beautifully. Once the story was written, I asked ChatGPT to break it into different scenes from scene 1 to scene 6. This included descriptions of each character, the background elements, and the mood. These detailed descriptions are what I'll be using to create the images with the next AI tools. Once you've generated your background elements and the descriptions of each scene, it's time to create the images using image AI generators. There are several tools out there, including Midjourney, Leonardo AI, and Design AI. For creating animated stories, I find Midjourney and Design AI particularly better to use. I'll show you a couple of examples as we move through this tutorial. Coming into Midjourney, I'll explain a few things on how to master its use. To start, you could explore to get an idea of what you want to create. Since we're creating an animated story, you could look for animated characters that have the feel and look you want, and then save it as a reference. Before you start creating your images in Midjourney, keep in mind how you write your prompts. I like to have a particular method for writing prompts. I normally start with the scene, the subject details, the setting details, and end with the style. To create a character, go to the top and click on create. Then you can start typing your prompt in this space. To start off, I wrote this particular prompt: animated woman warrior standing in the forest, which describes the subject and the scene. The woman is wearing an African warrior costume, which details her outfit, and it's in a Disney Pixar style. I also included stylize 200 to adjust the stylization level. If you use a higher number, the image becomes more stylized. If you use a lower number, it becomes less stylized. I'm using the current version of Midjourney version 6.1. Then click on enter. Midjourney will generate a set of images with different types of animated characters. Some look 3D, others appear almost 2D. But remember, we want to use a specific reference image to do that drag in the image. Select the style reference icon, the paperclip icon, and hit enter. This generates images in the likeness of the reference image. One thing I find that people struggle with is putting the character in different areas and shots to depict the story they are telling. To solve that problem, you need to understand the types of camera shots you can use in Midjourney as part of your prompt to enhance the look of your scene. There is the close-up shot that focuses on facial details or smaller objects for emotional moments. Mid shot showing the subject from the waist up, establishing shots that set scenes with a wide view. We also have a low angle shot which makes the subject appear powerful or dominant. High angle shots which convey vulnerability or insignificance. Then area shots, which are one of my favorites. It provides a grand scale or overview of a particular scene or subject. And then finally, we have things like over the shoulder shot, which creates a connection between the character that you are showcasing. So if you want to include these different shot types in your prompts, you can start by typing the shot you want at the beginning of your prompt. For example, you can type establishing shot of a woman warrior, or switch it to aerial shot of a woman warrior, and then hit enter to generate your image. This will help set the scene and provide a clear visual perspective for your animated story. Using these different types of camera shots was how I was able to generate the different scenes that I used in the film. Next is creating consistent characters. Creating consistent characters is crucial when you want continuity from one scene to the next. To do that in Midjourney, where you have your prompt, select the style reference icon, the paperclip icon, hold down the shift key on your keyboard and select the character reference icon, the human character icon, then type ~CW100 at the end of your prompt to ensure Midjourney matches the character's facial features, clothing, and overall look. However, even with these settings, Midjourney still struggles to keep the character consistent across different scenes. This can be frustrating, especially if the character's clothing or accessories change unintentionally. To overcome this, you can generate a character sheet that includes multiple poses and facial expressions. The images generated can then be used to train an AI model, which would generate the characters. I will show you the tool I use for that shortly. To create a character sheet, add character sheet with multiple poses and facial expressions to your prompt. This will generate an image with your character in different poses. Once you have this image, you can download it, crop out each pose using a design tool, and save them in a folder for use. To create the model, I will use Design AI. It's one of those tools that I've talked about a lot on this channel, and I love their output. Once you log into the tool, come to here, the character, and then choose consistent character. Then you could go ahead and click on the top and click on a new character. Go ahead and upload all the images that you have cropped out and train the model. I have trained one here, or if you prefer, you can generate the images within Design AI and then use it to train the model. I created an in-depth tutorial on how to use this tool. You can check the video. I will leave the link in the description box and also in the card above. These are some of the results I got from Design AI, and you can see how consistent these images are. For the sake of this tutorial, we will continue with the images generated from Midjourney. Once you're done creating your images in Midjourney, you might want to edit them to add or remove an object or change the aspect ratio. For example, I want to edit this particular image that I used at the beginning of the scene to 16:9 aspect ratio for YouTube. I will click on the editor and choose the 16:9 aspect ratio to convert the image. You can use the eraser tool to clean up or make any adjustments as needed. If you just want to expand the image to fit the new aspect ratio, click Submit to start the expansion process. After expanding the image, you can click on Upscale to enhance its quality. It's recommended to use Upscale Subtle to maintain the character's consistency. Once the image is upscaled, it will have a crisp and clean look. Then to download the image, click on this button. Most of the time, the quality of the downloaded image is good enough for various uses. Now that you have your images created, upscaled, and downloaded, it's time for the fun part, creating the videos. By the way, if you are new here, I am Zinny. I make videos on how to use AI tools to create different types of faceless YouTube channels and have online businesses to help you generate passive income. If these topics interest you, make sure to subscribe to get videos just like this one. Talking about how to start a faceless YouTube channel. I've been getting lots of messages from you all about starting and growing a faceless YouTube channel with AI. It's been amazing to see how excited a lot of you are about this. I've been thinking a lot about how I can support my community even more. That's why I'm so excited to share the Zinny's Elite Circle with you. It's a space where we can work together, dive into strategies, tackle challenges, and share tips to help you grow your channel. Right now, we're starting with a wait list. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, I'd love for you to join the wait list and be the first to know when it's ready to launch. I can't wait to start this journey with you. There are several AI video generators available, such as Hailuo by Minimax, Runway ML, Vidu, and Clean AI. Each tool has its strengths, but when it comes to animations, I prefer the results of Hailuo by Minimax and Runway ML. These are the tools I will be focusing on in this tutorial, and I will also show examples from tools like Vidu. To show you an example of what I created earlier in Hailuo by Minimax, which by the way is great for generating fluid character animations, you can see that this particular character that I have here in a fighting mode is very fluid when it comes to the movements. The same character was created in Runway ML, and the character has a more mechanical movement to it and not blinking as much, which is something I find weird when it comes to generating character movement in Runway ML. However, Runway ML is better for creating smooth scenes, transitions, and establishing shots. Then in Vidu AI, it seems to give the character more of an anime kind of feel or look, which is not bad, but that's not the aesthetics I'm going for. To animate your images in Hailuo by Minimax, click on Image to Video and upload your image. Add the prompt describing the camera movement you want, such as a tracking shot of a girl in fight mode. This brings me to different camera movements that are important to add to your prompt. You can use a static shot to provide stability or build tension, tilt shot which reveals tall objects or creates dramatic effects, pan shot which connects different scenes or builds anticipation, tracking shot which follows your subject dynamically depending on how the subject is moving. There is also an aerial shot which shows the subject from a height as if a drone is following the subject from above. Hailuo by Minimax, they have two particular models one can use. They have the i2v01. This particular model creates very dramatic animation which can have weird features at times. So I prefer to use the new model, which is called the Live New model. This particular model gives the consistency and fluidity I am looking for. Then you could go ahead and click on this particular button and the image would start generating. As this is generating, there's a particular difference between Runway ML and Hailuo by minimax speed. Runway ML is the fastest AI video generator out there compared to any other generator, including Hailuo. This is the result, and as you can see, it looks good. Then to show you the scene that I animated in Runway ML, here I typed in a tilt shot of the girl looking over the village. And as you can see how this shot came out, it came out beautifully with the breeze blowing through her hair and movement showing her village. Before I leave the video generation aspect of this tutorial, I posted an animated version of my avatar in the community and people asked how I generated it. I used Hailuo by Minimax for that, and here is the result. I used their first model that creates dramatic effects. Once all your video clips are ready, the next step is to create a voiceover to narrate the story. You can use a text-to-speech AI tool like 11 Labs, which generates realistic voices and is my favorite tool for creating voiceovers for all types of faceless videos. Copy the script generated by chatgpt and paste it into 11 Labs. Select a narrative storyteller voice that fits your video's tone. Click on Generate to produce the voiceover. If you prefer to narrate the story yourself but want to enhance it, you can use 11 Labs Voice Changer tool. Once you upload the audio, you go ahead and choose the particular voice you want it to switch to, and then click on Generate, and automatically that voice switches over to the voice that you have selected, which is a very good feature which can come very handy. In addition to voiceovers, 11 Labs also allows you to create custom sound effects, which can be useful if your video editing tool doesn't have the sound effects you're looking for. Go to the sound effects section in 11 Labs. Type in the sound effect you want, such as car whizzing by, and generate it. Once the sound effect is created, you can play it to see how it sounds. Then select the one that fits your video most out of the 4 options provided and download it. So far, we have covered how to create your image, generate your videos, put a voiceover to it, and generate sound effects. The next step is to lip sync the character to sing, just like in the movie. To do that, there are 2 tools great for lip syncing videos, PicaArt and Synclab. In this tutorial, I will show how to use Synclab. In Synclabs, upload the video you've created, which includes the character that needs to be lip synced. Add the voiceover audio file that you generated with 11 Labs or recorded yourself, or a song. Choose between different lip syncing models like V1.71 for a natural look or V1.8 beta for a slightly smoother appearance. Set the face padding values to 1111 to keep the mouth movements aligned. Adjust the output source and output frame settings as needed. Click Generate to start the lip syncing process. Once generated, review the video to ensure the lip movements match the audio. Once you're satisfied with your result, just go ahead and click on download to save the clip. Now I will be showing how I generated the music playing in the background and also the one the character was singing. The AI tool I used excites me. It is called Suno. I have covered it before, but a lot has been added since the last time I used the tool. But before I generated the music, I asked ChatGPT to help create a prompt that matches the context of the story, and it gave me this prompt: create a mystical battle hymn with tribal drums, ethereal flutes, haunting vocals, and jungle sounds. Build to a triumphant cinematic climax with rising intensity. I added San by a female voice. I also selected their latest model, 4.5, and then clicked on Generate. It will generate 2 songs you can choose from. I'll be playing the entire song at the end of this tutorial, so be sure to stick around. Once you have all your clips and sound effects ready, the next step is to bring everything together in a video editor. For this tutorial, I'll demonstrate using CapCut, but you can use any tool you're comfortable with. Start by uploading all your video clips, the voiceover narration, and the sound effects to CapCut. drag the voiceover onto the timeline and stretch it out. Place the video clips on the timeline in the order that matches the story being narrated. This ensures your visuals align with what's being said. Once you are done placing all the videos with the voiceover, the next thing is to start adding things like music, sound effects, and transitions. Next, I pulled in this music, which I generated in Suno, and then I placed it before the characters started singing. After the music was placed, I used the dragger to fade out the music, because if you want to end the music before you start another music, it's important to have a smooth transition, and this feature will help you achieve it. Then I went ahead and placed the music in other areas of the video till the end. I used this slider to reduce the volume a bit so it doesn't overshadow the narrator. Next, I started adding sound effects in strategic places to reflect what was happening in the movie. First, I added the effect of the jaguar growling. To get that, head over to audio, then go to sound effects, and here you could search for animal sounds, or you could use the one generated from 11 Labs. Then you could pull it in places where you want it to be. I used this monster growling in a couple of places where the jaguar was being active or needed that sound to be. The next thing I did was to look for animal footstep sound effects. I found one and used it here where the jaguar was walking forward, moving step by step. You need to listen through and then place the effect step by step. The last thing I did was to add a forest sound, which I placed throughout the video to give it that ambience of a forest with water rushing and birds chirping. That was how I was able to put this together. Some people might want to add some transitions and effects, but I wanted to keep it simple, so I didn't add those. Once you are done editing, click on export and this page will pop up. Name the file accordingly and choose the export location. Choose the resolution of choice. I will leave mine as 4K. Then you'd go ahead and export it. Once you export it, the next thing would be for us to upscale it, which would be the last step. There are a couple of ways you could upscale an AI generated video. You could upscale using Topaz AI, which is the one I use personally, or you could upscale using CapCut. For CapCut, once you come to their website, you could go to create new and click on video upscaler, and then you could go ahead to upload the video that you have created. Then you could go ahead and upscale it depending on the resolution. I already have a higher resolution, but just to show you this option, for Topaz AI, once you have it downloaded to your computer and you have a subscription, click on sources, then go ahead and browse for the video you created and add it to the application. Then go ahead and choose your output resolution, the AI model for upscaling the frame rate, and any other settings you want to use. Click on export and save the video at the location of your choice. In this video, we covered all the essential tools and techniques, from scripting and image creation to video editing and final production, to help you bring your vision to life. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. Before you go, sit back and enjoy the full song beautifully generated by Suno for the animated film we created today. Thanks for watching.
Shadows, moonlight gleaming, voices whisper, warriors dreaming. Through the forest, spirits calling. Hear the drums, the night is falling. Eagle wings and skies are crying. Jungle's breath and hearts are flying. Ancient rhythms guide our fate. In this land we stand to face. Cries through mist and trees. Strength in numbers, feel the breeze. A fear of roots echo near. Triumph waits, our path is clear. Ghostly figures dance on air. Thorns and vines are chains we tear. Flashes bright like fireflies. Under stars our hopes arise. Rising winds, the climax near. Fear and doubt, they disappear. Jungle sounds our harmony. Victory in unity. Battle cries through mist and trees. Strength in numbers, feel the breeze. Ethereal flutes echo near. Triumph waits, our path is clear. Ghostly figures dance on air. Thorns and vines are chains we tear. Flashes bright like fireflies. Under stars our path is clear. Ghostly figures dance on air. Thorns and vines are chains we tear. Flashes bright like fireflies. Under stars our hopes arise. Figures dance on air. Thorns and vines are chains we tear. Flashes bright like fireflies. Under stars our path is clear. Ghostly figures dance on air. Thorns and vines are chains we tear. We tear. Flashes bright like fireflies.